restart. Oh, what the hell happened? Oh man, I got a different way of now. How to do? Would you look at that? Huh? Okay. Okay. Well, that's new to me. Okay, so there's a new format. Even though I complained just like 2 days ago. Anywho, YouTube's crazy. They be changing it way too much. Anywho, what's good with YouTube? You know, we're shaking bacon was the talk of the town, the word of the curve. You heard me. You already know on our lunch break, decided to hop on, see what everybody, was getting themselves into. Actually, it's funny because I had an individual tell me, like, oh, it's the weather guy. He's like, why do you always start your videos if they're talking about the weather? And it's like, I get a lot of people that watch me that don't live in California, shit, that don't even live in the United States, right? And they're always curious about stuff like that. That's why I always mention, about that. Because it's actually hot as fuck today as well. It's like 93, but clear, blue skies, beautiful, beautiful. Killer cow weather. Decided to hop on, see what everybody was getting themselves into, and to talk about, something interesting, right, that I had seen about a discussion going around about, people being upset about LA Icon, right, and about the Kendrick Lamar concert and how, Raza was under or wasn't represented and, stuff like that. And, several people have given their opinions on the matter, right? And one of the ones I actually agree with is, Hoodie from the Hood. Go subscribe to Hoodie from the Hood's channel. He's an individual that always keeps it, neutral when it comes to his opinions, unlike other individuals that are biased, right? And Hoodie, obviously coming from an area full of Hispanics, and dating someone that's Raza, and he's black. Obviously, he's gonna tell it how it is, and he doesn't sugarcoat anything. He will tell you what it is. He's a solid one. I fuck with Hoodie, so go subscribe to his channel where he talked about the matter, right? About that, why should we have been represented? And it's true, I agree with that. Like, that has nothing to do with us, bro. Like, their performance, the concert, the holiday, all of that has nothing to do with the raza. You know what I mean? So there was no reason for us to be represented there, right? Like, like people are acting like if Kendrick maybe knows Hispanic rappers, like he doesn't know, right? And we can't even get our shit together and them to be out there and saying that how come we're not represented? You know what I mean? So that just has nothing to do with us, we're not, that's kind of like saying, that's kind of like if we're celebrating Cinco de Mayo and then blacks come and be like, hey man, how come they didn't make us a part of that? You get what I mean? So I get where they're coming from. Now, the thing that I disagree with, though, is how people are making it seem from LA Icon's point of view. Like, LA Icon didn't mean no disrespect with those comments, right? Like, he didn't mean it, like, in a sense, like, to try to create division between the groups, right? He was just giving his opinion on how he felt because, he's somebody who's, injected in hip-hop, right? But he didn't mean it at, like, no disrespect, how people are making it seem like he was trying to disrespect or something like that, right? Like, they're blowing his, perspective, way out of proportion, because that's not how he meant it. What up, big homie? What's your channel about? This one is about anything and everything. Right here we discuss, anything that, people are curious of, because I have another channel, right? Normally people ask me questions on my other channel about certain topics, right? And sometimes my other channel is about street, the streets, gang banging, the street culture, right? But sometimes people ask me stuff that's not street related, right? And this is where I speak about the non-street related stuff. And sometimes I get asked street related stuff here too. So we just talk about everything right here. Culture, ethnicity, politics. We don't shy away from anything. I'm not a channel that's like monetized and am afraid to give my honest opinion about certain things, right? Like nobody pulls the strings over here but me. And I'm only gonna give you my honest, unbiased, even if it's against a side or an individual that I dislike. I always keep it unbiased, because when you're giving your opinion about stuff, you gotta be unbiased. And I know it's hard for certain people to separate the two, right? You just gotta. I guess most people have egos, probably. Why? I don't have an ego, right? So it's a lot more easier for me to do it. Where are you from, my guy? I'm from the San Fernando Valley, North Hollywood, which is an area that resides in LA County, right? But I now live in Los Angeles, right? But I'm from the San Fernando. So California, Los Angeles area is where I reside, but I'm from the North Hollywood area, which is in LA County, but is not attached to Los Angeles, right? Even though we share the same police department and everything else. People are really picky right here about what's considered what. Like, y'all ain't part of LA. Like, bro, LAPD that we get arrested by, my guy. That's who patrols our streets. Because it is. In the San Fernando Valley, it's patrolled by LAPD, my guy. That's who people are getting arrested by. LAPD. There's no San Fernando Valley PD. It's LAPD. When you're getting booked, you gotta go to LA. You know? Fucking Valley doesn't got no fucking city hall. But, you know what I mean? Arizona, that's right, my boy. The AZ. But, you know, like the San Fernando Valley, North Hollywood portion is only a 15-minute drive from, you know, what's considered Los Angeles, you know, the MacArthur Park area. What do you think of Newsom? Gavin Newsom? He's garbage, my boy. I had high hopes for him, but he's trash. You know, he just, yeah, he prioritizes the most stupidest things, bro. You know what I mean? I get it. Actually, I don't get it. I guess his heart is in a good place, right? When he tries to do, you know, some of his plans, right? It's just that I don't know if he's naive or maybe he's just detached from you know, everyday working class, you know, here. Or maybe that is probably like, or maybe they just want to keep their seats. I feel like at this point that they just want to keep their seats, so that's why they do all the shit, hoping that the people would like their decisions and just keep voting for them by giving them free money and shit like that. But you're not fixing no problems like that, right? But I don't know. At this point, I feel like they just do that just to get people to re-vote for them. So they're securing their job, basically, is what's happening. They're not actually looking to better California. They're just looking to secure their their seats. So I vote Democrat. Oh, I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a Republican either. Don't get me wrong. Republican or Democrat. I'm not a liberal or a conservative, right? Go in there with no party bias, right? If the Republicans have a good bill, you're allowed to vote for a good bill. If the Democrats have a good bill, if it makes sense, you're allowed to vote for that bill, right? Without having to worry about having a bias, political, I guess, loyalty to show, right? Like most people now, if they're Democrats or if they're Republicans, they won't look at the other party's, you know, agenda because they feel like they'll be, I guess, betraying their party or betraying their side, when that's not how, you know, democracy works, bro. You know, you're free to vote for whatever is better for the people. But now people have it where they vote for whatever is best for their political party, not for what's best for the people. You get what I mean? This is a power struggle between two parties. That's what our politics have become. This is no longer about the people. It's about Republican or Democrat. That is what this is. You know? Because that's how people now have aligned it and drawn it, right? That people see it that way. And it's a damn shame. But it is what it is. I love Mexico. That's good, my boy. That's right. I'm down with all of humanity, though. I'm Mexican, but I'm down with, you know, everybody that's firme. How you feel about the immigration situation? Now, here's the thing about the immigration. How society is set up, how everything is established, you cannot have open borders. I'm proud to be Raza and everything like that. But how society is structured now, right? You're just not able to do open borders because if you do open borders, you will fuck the economy up. You get what I mean? Like the economy, you would trash the economy just because how everything is set up. I don't see how it would be possible because remember, open borders and minority talk isn't only a talk about Mexicans, right? Even though people make that the focus point. But when we're talking about open borders and minorities, minorities means people from other countries that come here, meaning Asians, Europeans, and etc., bro. You get what I mean? But people just focus on the Hispanic. But people have to keep in mind that other immigrants come from, like, let's say, they travel to Mexico to come over here who are not Mexican, right? Who are from other, continents. You know what I mean? But, just throws that shit out there just because he wants people to focus in their hatred on something. The blame, right? What's to blame for the problem? If you focus in on a certain group to blame, all of this on, you will get a lot of people to get on your side. History has shown that. Hitler, Stalin, Al-Qaeda, Taliban, ISIS. You get me? You give people another group of individuals to focus all their anger and hatred towards, you will get them to see it from your perspective. It's human behavior. It has been happening throughout history. Spartans with the Greece. This is not tactics that are new, bro. These shits have been as old as it can be. If you blame another group of people for your problems, you will get them to understand your perspectives. Because humanity always feels better when you blame somebody else for your fuck-ups. And America has been doing it for a long time. I'm surprised people haven't caught on. Remember, it was the blacks, it's the Indians, it's the Asians, it's the Muslims, it's the Mexicans. Yes, there's always somebody, bro. People are barely catching on. Like, fuck, they've been doing these tricks since forever. Yes, it's always somebody. Now it's just our turn right now. It's our turn. Roughly around like 9/11, it was the Muslims. Then when World War II, it was the Asians and the Japanese and all that. But you know what I mean? But America loves to do this. And you get people to now fucking vote for these presidents that are not looking to make, or look to now, fix the situation or fix the problem with these group of individuals. That's why Donald Trump was voted. Even though he lost the majority, but I'm guessing he won the electoral vote because of that. Because people can't blame Donald Trump for that. It's not like he fucking put himself in that seat. He did actually get legit votes. If you start going now into, the real problems of the economy, right, and you start bringing up numbers and all this, people are going to be like, what the hell is this fool talking about? Like, all these fucking graphs and all that. People are going to be like, nah. But now if you go in there, you'll be like, it's these fucking Mexicans. They have always been drug. Have you not seen the fucking TV shows and movies? They always been these drug dealers, rapists, and gang members. Yeah, fuck them. It's true. Every movie I watch, this was telling the truth. Yeah, bro, because if you start showing graphs and all that, man, people are going to be like, man, I ain't trying to hear this. Why, hey, change the channel, bro. What else is on? Then you got this motherfucker on there talking reckless, like, yeah, this is better than WWE, my boy. Leave this shit out. Don't change the channel. What are you doing? This was over here calling people sleepy Joes and lying Teds. Nah, you better leave this shit on. This shit classic. Like, bro, I'm just gonna go vote for this motherfucker just because this motherfucker knows what he's doing. Like, shit, man, I always change the channel when this shit comes on, but I haven't changed the channel once, so I'm gonna go vote for this motherfucker because he knows what he's talking about. He has been able to get me not to change the channel. So that in itself is an accomplishment. And I wish I was making that shit up, but brother, that's just how people do shit. Just the way it is. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they both do nothing. They don't give a fuck about us, bro. They only care about securing their jobs. Am I on point? It's rigged, and politics are. Yes, all politics are bought, bro. Because if these big corporations, if these tycoons with money, the ones that pay people's paychecks, if they don't want a certain thing being passed or something like that, then it's not gonna get passed. Period. They will find a legal loophole to make sure that it doesn't get passed, bro. Because the ones that pay these people's bills, my boy, is the only opinions that matter, bro. And people think we're lying. Go look up, like, even the United States government has borrowed money from billionaires before to get certain things done when the people didn't want to, agree to what the government had, and they have went and borrowed money from billionaires, not just once, but several times. Go look it up if you think I'm lying. Now, you already know as well as I know that no one is just going to let people borrow that insane amount of money for absolutely no reason whatsoever, just out of the kindness of their heart. That just doesn't happen. Something has to be guaranteed back in me to lend you this money. Now, what exactly was guaranteed is never stated. That's what has a lot of people upset and why they don't trust the government. Because what exactly did you promise these individuals? Maybe never to pay taxes or what? But something. And the fact that, let's say, they don't pay their share of taxes in itself is already absurd. Because you're still going to have to bring in the revenue somewhere else. So who's going to get taxed for these individuals' taxes? The working people. When these motherfuckers have more money than they know what to do with it. And that's what gets people upset. Because these immigrants is not what's crippling America, because we're talking about, even though people see minorities or whatever, it's a small number compared to the overall in the states, because you only see minorities in certain states. It's a small percentage when you're talking about the overall in America. And now you're telling me that that small percentage is what's crippling America? No, it isn't. Is the fact that these companies now are taking their businesses to other countries because they're able to pay those workers cheaper, right? So now you're losing companies to other countries. That's what's fucking up your economy, because these motherfuckers are greedy. It's not these fucking minorities. They're just looking to pay their bills. And they don't all ask for financial aid from the government. So now you're grabbing that small number and now cutting that in half because they don't all ask for help. Because some of them actually do work and pay their taxes. You get what I mean? I get it. People are saying, nah, that's not true or whatever. Come on, bro. Get your head out of here. You're telling me that all the motherfuckers don't pay their taxes? You know that some of them paying their taxes, my guy. Get your head out of your ass. Like, to really think that none of them are paying their taxes is just absurd. Right? So now you're grabbing that small number and now cutting that in half. Right? So to think that that's what's actually crippling America is absurd. But the reason why they use that as the message, to get people to now vote for other individuals, is because you're homing in another group of people where these individuals could throw the blame on. And that's what's going to make it better. That you're blaming somebody who has something different than them, right? Culture. That's why that's always the most easiest thing to blame. That's why Hitler did it with the Jews and all that, bro. Or every other hate group that's out there, bro. That's the reason for it. It's not new. It's one of humanity's oldest tricks. Sev Loke is definitely up in the building. Go subscribe to Sev Loke's channel. An individual straight out of Denver, out of the Bronx town, to get your idea of how it be like in Colorado. Go subscribe to his channel. My agenda is to make a lot of money and do the least amount of work. Well, if that's what you want to do, I mean, can't no one knock you for it, bro. But there is more to life, right? Like, there's more important things than just money, I just hope, when you do, have a family, right? And establish a family, that you prioritize your family before the money, right? Because I know that even with family, people prioritize the money, neglect the family, and that's why there's so many divorce. That's why a lot of rich people are divorced and their kids don't talk to them, and there's all this dysfunction. They prioritize the wrong things. Understanding in life, there's more important things than money, and that's something that you're not gonna be able to replace, right? Time, memories, and shit like that, right? Materialistic things come and go, bro. A natural disaster could hit and it could take all of that away. You could just replace it. But this, you won't be able to replace. That's why you could find poor people out there that are happy as fuck, even though they're poor. People are wondering like, why are they so jolly? There's more to life, bro. You know, and then you have a lot of rich people who are miserable, bro, mad all the time. And it's like, bro, these people have everything, you know, they could dream of, and yet they're unhappy. You know, kids don't even respect them. Got like 7 wives, been divorced like 9 times. Like, can't trust nobody. It's an ugly existence. Flood us with the largest mass invasion in history, and it's all good. We give you EBT. We've been having open borders. No. I mean real open borders. People think, okay, because of the situation in the border, right? It's not the best. So because of that, people think that we have open borders, but that's nothing, bro. You know, shit does get handled at the border, right? Maybe not as great as other people would like it to be, right? But nonetheless, it still does, right? Because if you were to really have open borders, bro, you would see the fucking difference, bro. Trust me, you will feel the difference. You know, like how do, like I don't have the answer to how to fix the situation, right? But the best option I could think of, right, is the United States government helping the Mexican government, not with money, but helping the Mexican government fix the problem within their country, right? Because you know, you could put all this and that, but as long as you have a country that's in chaos, right, with their government is corrupt, people are always going to look to flee that country, a better life for their family, because of the injustice that happens in their country. And since we're fucking neighbors, where are they going to flee to, right? So if you really want to make a difference and a chance, I guarantee if you were to help the Mexican government get their shit together, people wouldn't want to flee Mexico. And if they don't want to flee Mexico, then you don't have nothing to worry about at your borders. You get what I'm saying? Because you can build big ass walls, electric gates, have people underestimate humanity, bro. We are MacGyvers, bro. I don't mean Hispanics, I mean people in themselves. They will find a way, you know, to cheat the system, bro. Every time they bring in this and that, people always find a way around it. That's just humanity, bro. People underestimate our survival skills, you know, especially when a lot is on the line that people care about. They will make it happen, you know. But if you know, it's kind of like saying you don't see no one fleeing America for a reason, right? So other countries don't have to worry about that. So, you know, just help them get their shit together. People who want to flee Mexico, you have nothing to worry about no more. But like I said, this is just merely my idea. And I'm not saying help them with money, because you never, that's Democrats are always lost in the delusion too. You never help somebody by just giving them money. You know, here's money. No, you have to, you know, teach individuals how to be productive, you know, how to get their shit together. Not giving them shit, bro. That's not teaching them nothing. So when people be like, so what, you're saying we should give them money? Like, no, bro, this has nothing to do with money, bro. Like, that's not what I'm saying, bro. But people are so angry at this point that they just throw bullshit all the time out there. Like, you know, they rush to conclusions like, oh, so this fucking wetback is over here saying that we should give them all our hardworking money. Like, who the fuck is saying anything about money, bro? Like, chill, bro. You didn't even let me, you know, give my fucking breakdown. Motherfuckers over here rushing to conclusions already. Shit. People do that way too much. Like, chill, my guy. Was it Kanye for 2024? At this point, my guy, I wouldn't be surprised. Would you consider saying Russia is an Asian country? Russia's a unique case because they could say that they're, you know, Europe or an Asian country because, you know, since they're in that borderline, right? You could consider them either one, right? And why you see a heavy population of, you know, other Europeans and Asians in Russia. Not only that, but then Russia in itself, everything used to be the Soviet Union, right? So then you have like all these other places like Belgium and Ukraine, for example, right? Um, so when that fell apart, it's kind of, and it wasn't even that long ago, right? So it's kind of hard, you know. Because kind of like even before, like what could you consider everyone Persian since the Persian Empire conquered so much, right? And so, those areas are gonna have people that were Persian as well, right? So a whole lot of conquering going on between humanity. Yeah, but they're in that unique spot, you know. Because people underestimate the size of Russia, bro. That shit's massive, homie. That shit's it's just huge, bro. It's huge. It's huge. There's a reason why they're a world power, bro. Now at this point, we are united at this shit of people coming. We have to pay for them. We're struggling for this. Yeah, I feel you. I feel you with that, bro. I feel you. I feel you that that's not the answer. You have to teach people how to be productive, not just give them money. You're not teaching somebody by giving them, you give somebody fish, they eat, right? But then what happens when you leave? They starve. But if you teach them how to fish, they could eat now and they don't have to depend on you. But America's way is always giving people the fish instead of teaching them how to fish. Same with the homeless crisis. They want to fix the problem by giving these people homes and money. But but what happens when now you take off, right? They don't know how to sustain their fucking cost of living and all of that, bro. Once you're gone, they're gonna go back to the same shit that left them homeless in the first place. You have to teach them how to be productive, citizens, bro. How to, be mentally stable and productive. Because if you don't teach them that, then I get it. Oh, they're adults; they should know that shit, bro. People don't understand human behavior. And when we're talking about trauma, addiction, and all of that, bro, people have to be given counseling, psychological help. That's what these individuals need: some psychological help, not fucking free homes and free money. They're not gonna fix nothing like that. They're just gonna go back to their old ways and end up back to the same shit that they were in. And then all of that was a waste of time and money. These people need help, bro. Not fucking free money. And I'm not just saying that to be an asshole about it, bro, but you're not gonna give them. They're not gonna fix them by giving them shit, bro. You're just not. Gotta help them keep their thoughts and mind on straight. The illusion we have crossed borders makes it wait. If people wanted to come, the risk of getting deported or come. Oh, what's good, homie? What's cracking like in Jesus? Mexico economy is by design. I believe Mexico does have a lot of problems, government-wise, right? Like, there's a lot of distrust between their people and the government, right? I mean, and rightfully so. I mean, a lot of them were crooked, right? There's just a lot of, corruption and, it's a whole lot of scandalous shit going on. But not just with the Mexican government, right? But a lot of governments out there. What's up? That's right. Shout out to Smoketown Valverde Parque, definitely up in the house. That Mexican. It's not Mexico, bro. Chinese, Arabs, Nigerians. We got people coming. Well, yeah, there's people from. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's people from different countries that come over here illegally, right? But people just focus in on Mexico all the time. When there is such a thing as other illegal immigrants, not just Mexicans. But and not even that, but people look at, like, let's say, for example, even though we are the same people, but how everybody out there likes to divide. You see, Guatemalans, Hondurans, Salvadorians, you know, um, Peru, and all that, but they consider, oh, look at all these Mexicans, but they're all from different countries, right? But not, they're all Mexicans because they can't tell the difference. Just like Mexicans can't tell the difference. But that's why everyone always labels everybody Mexican. Our fake, we only have middle class. What's this one? You can't pay taxes with Social Security. Facts. All right, ladies and gentlemen, my lunch is over. We got to get back to it. It was good chopping it up with you guys, and we out.